Guess that's how you make chicken for bottom shelf bread.
Coming to paperback and e-readers everywhere, E-Steam Horror of the Hyena Woman. Hell's aspiring angel takes on a wicked werewoman in this action-packed, all-new E-Steam series adventure. Pre-order your copy of E-Steam Horror of the Hyena Woman on Amazon.com today. A couple of days ago, actress Paula Patton made a video where she was allegedly frying some chicken. Now, I say allegedly because the techniques she used to fry this chicken were not ones that I learned from my mother or ones that I learned when I was taking up culinary arts when I was attending Park West High School in the 80s. No, your Paula Patton went out here and called herself frying this chicken by first going out here and washing the chicken, putting it in flour. Then she went out here and poured some avocado oil and then talked about seasoning the chicken as it was frying. Now, your Paula Patton alleges that this was a recipe she got from her mother, but this recipe makes no logical sense unless you realize that this whole charade that she made in this viral video was all not about showing off her cooking skills, but showing a way to try to get the attention of your black men out here. Now, the only reason I believe your Paula Patton made this video frying chicken is because your Paula Patton is desperate, and now that she's a woman who has been divorced from her white man, Alan Thicke, for several years, she now realizes that she doesn't have many prospects as related to relationships, and now she, after being kicked to the curb by your Alan Thicke, now she wants to try to slink back into the black community, hoping that to get one of these hot and thirsty blackmail simps to consider her for a relationship. That's what I believe your Paula Patton is up to with this scheme, with this video. Basically, she has gone out here and been kicked to the curb by your Alan Thicke after dropping the skid mark thong and getting some of that Vienna sausage from Alan Thicke. And now that he's gotten his black card and his black cred from being married to Paula Patton and is now popular with white people, now your Paula Patton has been broomed to the curb by your Alan Thicke. And now what's happening with your Paula Patton is she's realizing that there aren't many options for her with all of the Brads out here anymore, and with there no longer being any more options for her to gain any more access to bottom shelf Brads who have already seen that she has a child. They really don't see her as somebody they want to deal with. So now that she knows that she can no longer serve up atomic waste to your Brads out here, and she no longer can gain access to the Vienna sausage, now she wants to go back to the black community, and now she wants to go out here and try to win the favor and approval of all of the brothers out there by showing all of those brothers out there that she has something to bring to the table. Unfortunately, when she tried to show off her cooking skills, she showed this brother and many others out here that she has nothing to bring to the table except some dry, hard, whack chicken, and that's not really showing us any sort of cooking skills, because what I saw in that video was not a woman who could throw down in the kitchen. That's a woman who needs to be thrown out of the kitchen, because basic cooking 101 is when after you wash your chicken, you season your chicken. No, you do not season the oil, because if you season the oil, all of the seasoning is going to go out and wind up in the oil, because the seasonings are lighter than the oil. So the seasoning is not going to penetrate into the meat and give it flavor. That is something I learned sitting with my mother and working at Park West High School, is you have to season the meat first in order for the seasoning to penetrate into the skin of the meat. And when it penetrates the skin of the meat, that's how the meat gains its flavor. That's how you go out here and season anything. And that's something that you just learn basic
has related to cooking in cooking school. But your Paula Patton, she says, oh, this meat is going to be tasting good. But I know from my experience working with food for many years that that food is not going to have any sort of flavor at all, because once you put that flour coating on it, the flour coating seals up the flavors from the salt, and that's what causes the fried chicken to lock in all of the flavor and the juices. So your Paula Patton is sitting up here talking about, oh, this is how my mama made chicken, and I call complete BS on that. No, this is just a desperate female trying to get attention for herself, and basically on the sly trying to get the attention of the brothers out here, trying to show that she can be a down sister because she cooked some fried chicken. But any brother out here knows how chicken is cooked, and we ain't eating none of that mess your Paula Patton is offering up here with them burnt up, dried out wings that look worse than something I would get at the Chinese restaurant for $6. I mean, I see better fried chicken at the Arab red and white chicken place or the Chinese restaurant, and those guys are pretty mediocre when it comes down to frying some chicken. And your Paula Patton really shows us that she has even less skill at cooking chicken. And what's really sad is she's thinking that this is going to get the attention of brothers out here, and she's thinking she's going to get a pass for cooking some WACK chicken. But the whole thing is that she thinks that she's going to get that pass because she's one of these biracial, light-skinned chicks, and that is part of her whole game. She thinks, oh, I'm the light-skinned, biracial black woman, and these hot and thirsty simps are going to be looking at my light skin, and they're going to want to get with me because I'm light-skinned. Well, sorry, no brother out here wants to get with no biracial, light-skinned woman who went out here and picked Brad first, or your Robin Thicke first, and now that your Robin Thicke has gone out here, had his taste of the atomic waste, gone out here and stuck the Vienna sausage inside the nuclear waste reactor and given her a biracial child, now she wants to come back as a single mother to some black man, hoping that he will come out here and go out here and get involved with her. But that's a no deal for many of the brothers out here, because no brother wants to go out here and get with some busted single mom who's involved with some white dude. No thanks. We can do better than a Paula Patton. And that's why I was looking at that video and just shaking my head, because I know that this video wasn't about no chicken. No, this video was a chicken head trying to run a game on dudes, and any dude who has critical thinking skills could see that this was all about seeing how stupid black men would be, because basically that's what your Paula Patton thinks of black men. She thinks that black men are just so caught up in their lust for some light-skinned woman that they will go out here and just be enamored by her light skin and her slender body, and then when she shows that she can cook, they'll think that she brings something of substance to the table. But she doesn't bring anything of substance to the table, because if she wanted a black man, she would have picked a black man first, made a black man her husband, and built a family with a black man. Because if she respected black men, she would have gone out here and found herself a black man to be married to. But she didn't want to get involved with black men. No, she got involved with your Robin Thicke back in high school, and now that your Robin Thicke has now gone Hollywood, now she wants to go out here and treat black men like garbage, because basically when a female goes out here, gets involved with the white guys, and then gets turned out by the white guys and comes back to the black guys, she's disrespecting black men, because she's basically saying the black man is second best, and basically saying, oh, I can settle for this brother, and why should I settle for some busted single mom who has already been divorced? That's the critical question I would like to ask your Paula Patton. Why should any heterosexual black man out here settle for some busted, light-skinned single mom why should a black man settle for somebody who never considered him until she got rejected by the white guys she really wanted? I mean, this again is an insult to all of the black men out here. She's gonna call herself frying some chicken to get your attention, and thinking, oh, if I fry up this chicken, it'll make this black man think that I'm some sort of woman who can be his, and I can go out here and try to go out here and use this black man to have a relationship with in my later days. Not because I love the black man, basically because I want to go someplace where I can get some resources and have some place to stay. And that's basically what your Paula Patton was up to with this scheme she's cooked up, frying that whack, dried out, bland chicken that ain't got no flavor and ain't got no spice. Because true to the game, chicken makers like myself, we know how to throw down in the kitchen, and you don't throw down in no kitchen frying no chicken all hard like that. No, that's what you get from the Chinese restaurant or the Arab fried chicken place, where they fry your wings hard, fry your chicken up until it's too dry, and that's what your Paula Patton was serving up. Some burnt up, browned up, burnt up chicken looking all whack, and thinking that she's gonna go out here and attract some brother out here who's gonna be sitting up there, oh, she's frying up some chicken. Man, there ain't no chicken. This woman don't know nothing about no cooking. All she knows is that she's cooked up some scheme that I could easily see through, just like I can easily see through all of these other schemes that some of these other women have been pulling, because a lot of these, what they call swirlers and hashtag divestors, they're finding out that the grass ain't greener on the other side, and some of them are finding out that the Brad that they got with no longer is interested in them outside of the fetish that they have for black women, and now that they have been humiliated and embarrassed, what they want to do is try to sneak back into the black community and try to sneak back with the brothers, hoping that they'll sit there and give them a chance. But the whole thing is, black men have to raise their standards and say to themselves, why should I be considered second best when if I can't be her first, then I definitely don't need to be her last? Because it is disrespectful for somebody like a Paula Patton to go out here and marry a white man, go out here have kids with a white man, and then try to call herself coming back to black men, and call herself coming back hoping that, oh, I can show these guys I can bring something to the table. But the whole thing she's bringing to the table is nothing but garbage, because I don't know what that mess was she was cooking, but the only thing that food was good for was the garbage. Because any chef out here knows you don't fry no chicken by putting no seasoning in no oil. No, that's just something that a person who knows nothing about cooking does. And your Paula Patton shows me that even though she cooked up this scheme, she doesn't know anything about black men, because most black men are smart enough to know how to at least cook some chicken, and we know what good food tastes like, we know what good food smells like, and we know what a woman who has substance can go out here and do in a kitchen. And the only thing that your Paula Patton was doing was she wasn't throwing down in the kitchen. All she was doing was making some food that would just make you throw up. And when I look at your Paula Patton, again, this is just another sad, pathetic effort from a sad, pathetic female who fears winding up in Bust Downtown, and she fears that she will not be able to find another man. So she's going out here try to get some attention from the last little group in the pool of simps. But the whole thing is, she has shown most of us true to the game, man. She was not anybody that we should have considered to be wife material, because she's not. If she can't even cook in a kitchen and make something basic as fried chicken, she just shows us that she's nothing more than a basic bimbo, and she's just better off remaining in Bust Downtown. Now, if you want to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon. my PayPal, or my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. And if you want to pick up my book, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single, to learn why women like Paula Patton are going to wind up single for the rest of their lives, you can find that book on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find that book on Smashwords, the iBook Store, and Google Play. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.
Now available in paperback and e-readers, ISIS Legacy. The sorority secrets of the goddess next door are revealed in this all-new ISIS series adventure. Get ISIS Legacy in paperback and e-readers at online booksellers everywhere.